There's one detail in this case I can't stop coming back to. It's not the gunfire, not the police chase. It's a breaker box, an ordinary, boring, gray breaker box, bolted to the side of a house in Chino Hills, California, on Wednesday night. Someone walked up to that box and cut the power on purpose. Because of that one small, deliberate act, a 60-year-old father is dead, one of his kidnappers is dead, and the other is sitting in a jail cell right now, waiting to find out what he'll actually be charged with. I'm going to tell you exactly what happened, because this case is only 2 days old, and some of what you're about to hear could still change. I'd rather give you the truth as it stands today than a story that sounds finished, when it isn't. Shukur Aikebaer was 60. He lived on Monteverde Drive in Chino Hills with his wife and 3 daughters, on a quiet residential street where, neighbors say, nothing like this has happened before. A little after 10 p.m., Wednesday, the power at his house cut out. He did what most of us would do. He went outside to check the electrical panel. Investigators say that outage wasn't an accident. They believe it was staged to draw him outside, alone, in the dark. 2 men were waiting for him. They fired a shot and forced him into the trunk of a car. Neighbors called it in. Gunshots and someone screaming. Deputies located the vehicle about 1.5 miles from his house. When they ordered the 2 men out, the passenger stepped out with his hands raised and didn't resist. The driver did something else. He got out, walked to the back of the car, opened the trunk, and fired. Deputies shot him immediately. Both the driver and Aikebaer were pronounced dead at the scene. The driver has been identified as 67-year-old Zhengfeng Bo of Irvine. The passenger, the one who survived, is 66-year-old Jiangquan Bo, also of Irvine. Here's where I need to slow down. This is the part people rush past. Jiangquan Bo has been arrested and booked on suspicion of murder and kidnapping. He's being held without bail. What he has not been on is formally charged, not yet. The Sheriff's Department has handed the case to the San Bernardino County District Attorney's Office, and it's the DA who decides what he's charged with. That might sound like a technicality. It isn't. It's the difference between an accusation and a legal case. Until that happens, he's presumed innocent, same as anyone would be. Here's the part that surprised me. Aikebaer and Zhengfeng Bo weren't strangers. Investigators say they knew each other through business. Public records show them listed together on at least 2 LLCs, both tangled in lawsuits filed this year, including one tied to a $20 million apartment complex in Pasadena. And it goes a layer deeper. According to Jianquan Bo's own attorney, he isn't only Zhengfeng's business associate, he's a relative. Sit with that for a second. This wasn't a stranger crime. It was 2 men connected to the person they came for, by business and by blood. If the stories that stay with you are the true ones, not the shocking ones, subscribe. I'm not going to pretend this case is closed, because it isn't. When the DA's office makes a decision, or this reaches a courtroom, I'll come back and tell you exactly what happened. Nothing more. Nothing less. We don't know what actually triggered this. A shared business and an active lawsuit is a real connection, but investigators haven't called it a motive, and neither should we. Being tied to someone financially, or even by family, doesn't explain why a person ends up dead in the trunk of a car. We also don't know what was inside the search warrant deputies served at the Irvine home the 2 men shared. They recovered evidence, but haven't said what. And the Sheriff's Department has said its Friday release was its final public update. From here, everything is in the hands of the DA's office. I keep thinking about how ordinary the start of this was. A power outage. A man walking outside to check a breaker box. Same as any of us would. That's the part that unsettles me. Not the violence, but how unremarkable it looked. Right up until it wasn't. This case is still open. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.
To uncover the truth behind every case.
but make sure you hit that subscribe button.